Who came up with Bitcoin? Was it created by more than one person? And who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Well, stick around and find out the story behind the world's top digital currency. Bitcoin was created at the heart of the 2008 global financial crisis. The price of Bitcoin has been rising steadily over the last decade, to the point that it made many into digital millionaires and many more to ask, who's the man behind it? Before its launch, there was a white paper around how Bitcoin was gonna work written by Satoshi Nakamoto. And for those asking, what is a white paper? It's sort of like a document that helps its readers understand an issue and solve a problem with your product. Even though it was exceptionally well detailed, there was still one burning question, even after all these years later. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Satoshi Nakamoto is a fictional name that's used on the Bitcoin white paper. There's a lot that we don't know about Satoshi Nakamoto, even down to the question whether is it one person's name or is it a group of people. Despite all the efforts to uncover his identity, Nakamoto is still mysterious, even to this day. Many individuals have been suggested, but none of these people have been proven to be Satoshi Nakamoto beyond a doubt. So we're gonna cut down to the top 3 candidates that are rumored to be Satoshi Nakamoto, with a famous honorable mention at the end. Let's talk about our first candidate, Dorian Nakamoto. This is the strongest shot of them all. In 2014, the Newsweek identified Dorian Nakamoto as Satoshi. Now this is significant as this was the first time that a mainstream publication tried to reveal the Bitcoin creator's true identity. Both Dorian and Satoshi had a Japanese background and supposedly held libertarian preferences. According to that article, Dorian said that he was no longer involved with Bitcoin and turned it over to other people. Later on, Dorian strongly denied the quote and said that he misunderstood the question, saying he's got nothing to do with Bitcoin. For the most part, people that were suspected of being Satoshi Nakamoto either denied the claim or remained silent. However, there's one individual that went out of his way to claim that he's the real Satoshi Nakamoto, which takes us to our second candidate. In 2015, Wired magazine had an article that linked Australian computer scientist Craig Wright to Satoshi Nakamoto's identity. When asked about his credentials, Wright said that he was a bit of everything. He listed his degrees, including a master's in statistics and 2 doctorates, saying, quote, "I've been involved with all of this for a long time. I try and keep my head down." Allegedly, Craig Wright had a cryptocurrency paper on his blog months before the Bitcoin white paper was distributed. According to some leaked transcripts of his meetings with lawyers, he said, quote, "I did my best to try and hide the fact that I've been running Bitcoin since 2009. By the end of this, I think half of the world is going to bloody know." That being said, there were several inconsistencies in Wright's story. For example, the dates of his blogs about cryptocurrency seem to have changed to an earlier date. He's been labeled a fraud by many people in the cryptocurrency world. The next guy that's heavily linked to being Satoshi Nakamoto is Gavin Andresen. Gavin actually worked with Nakamoto on Bitcoin's development. And not only that, he also became the maintainer of Bitcoin's codes when its main founder allegedly left the project in 2010. His deep knowledge of Bitcoin's infrastructure and his past link with Satoshi are some of the stronger arguments that are being presented. However, he as well denies being Satoshi Nakamoto, and so do the other project developers. And before getting to our famous honorable mention, don't forget to leave a like or comment. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm as a lot of time goes into making these videos. So, our honorable mention is Elon Musk. I personally think this one's a bit far-fetched, which is why I've put it in honorable mentions. But one of his interns wrote in a website that Satoshi is probably Elon Musk, with the argument supported by Elon's beliefs, intellect, and his coding background. However, Elon himself has denied these rumors as well. And at the time of making this video, the search still continues to this day. So, who is the real Satoshi Nakamoto? Is it one of the people that we talked about? Is he even alive? Let me know in the comment section below, but be nice to each other. And if you like these kind of videos, make sure you check out the rest of the channel as well.